If you've been thinking about opening an Etsy shop, you've probably heard a few of these myths, and they might even be preventing you from chasing your dreams and starting a crochet business. Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley, and I'm a crochet designer / business strategist here behind A Crafty Concept. I'm also an Etsy seller, and I've been on Etsy since 2016. I have lots of other videos here on my channel, like my How to Start an Etsy Shop series and my 10 reasons why you should open an Etsy shop. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 3 myths that I always hear circling around the crochet community, and I'm just going to give you my feelings on them and why I think they're wrong. Before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to this video's coffee sponsor, and that is a Yarny Robin. She said, "You've inspired me to start an email list and I have subscribers. Thank you." Thank you, a Yarny Robin, for going out of your way to support this channel. It allows me to get to do what I love every single day, which is provide you guys with free content to help you grow your business and reach your ideal level of success. If you would like to be a coffee sponsor, you can go to acraftyconcept.com/coffee. You can donate and leave a comment, and then there's a very good chance your comment will get read in one of my next videos. A Yarny Robin, if you are watching this, congratulations on starting your email list and already getting subscribers. I believe having an email list is one of the most important things you can do for your business, for any handmade business or online business, or even brick and mortars in like towns. Very good job. Kudos to you. I know it's going to help your business flourish, and I can't wait to hear about it. Okay, let's dive into these myths. The first myth, and I know that you've heard this if you've done any sort of research into opening an Etsy shop. You've probably heard people tell you Etsy is oversaturated. There's no point in opening a shop. Or the crochet market on Etsy is oversaturated and there's no point in opening a shop. I want to tell you why I think that's a myth. You are a unique human being. I am a unique human being. You can sell crochet Claire bun beanies, and I can sell crochet Claire bun beanies, and we will reach 2 unique groups of people because who we resonate with is as unique as we are. Oversaturation doesn't exist. Think about blue jeans. How many blue jean companies are there? Back in the day, there was just one, Levi's. And now there's hundreds, if not thousands, of blue jean companies, and they are all thriving and doing well. If they can do it, we can do it. And blue jeans are way less differentiated from one another than a crochet beanie versus somebody else's crochet beanie. Like, these are made with your hand. They're gonna look different even if we follow the exact same pattern and use the exact same yarn. I don't know why people think sharing this information is a good idea. I don't know why they think I need to tell people that Etsy is oversaturated, so don't even open a shop, because it's not true, and it's holding you back from starting a business that could very well change your life. Opening an Etsy shop changed my life immensely. I wouldn't be here doing what I am today if I had never opened an Etsy shop. It was basically the catalyst to the rest of my business. So if you hear someone saying that, I just want you to think in the back of your mind, I am a unique human. My ideal customer is going to be unique to me, and I am the only human that can serve them. If you're not serving your ideal customer, she's currently going unserved, because you are the only one that can serve her to perfection, because she is going to like you. She is going to resonate with you. She is going to like the colors that you pick out. She is going to like the style of beanies, the crochet patterns that you choose to follow. She is currently going unserved. I just want you to think about that. I believe oversaturation doesn't exist in any niche. I don't know how it could, honestly, because even if you and I made the exact same beanies and we both opened separate Etsy shops, how you describe your listings is going to be different than how I describe my listings. The colors that you use, the color palette that you use is going to be different than the color palette that I use. The way you take your photos, the way you set up your flat lays, or the types of models that you get, everything is going to be very different to mine, and that's good. We want to be different. Different is good. You don't want to be like everybody else, I promise. If somebody else is already doing it, you don't want to be that. You want to be your own different, okay? That's a very good thing to be. So it's a very positive thing to be. But Etsy is not oversaturated. If 2020 taught us anything, there is more people in this world than there is stuff. Etsy is a worldwide platform. You can reach people all over the world. People that you would never normally get to reach off of Etsy. I do not believe it's oversaturated, and I do believe that is a myth. The second myth that I hear a lot inside of the maker community, not just crochet community, like handmade business community in general, is Etsy only cares about buyers and it doesn't care about its sellers. And I want to think about this from a business perspective just for a moment. Etsy is a business and they make money. How do they make money? When people buy things. How do people buy things? From individual shop owners. If it wasn't for the individual shop owners, Etsy would not have a business. They would go out of business immediately if they truly did not care for their sellers. I don't think that's true, and I don't see how they could function as a business if it was true. They do a lot for sellers that a lot of people overlook or even take what they do and turn it into a negative. One of the things that they started doing a couple years ago is offering off-site ads. What this means is Etsy has a team of highly skilled and trained professionals to make ads to go on things like Google or Facebook, and then they will do that for you. They will make these ads for you and then put them out into the world on their own dime, and then you don't pay a single thing unless you actually make money off of that ad. That is unheard of. Once you get to a stage in your business where you are thinking about purchasing ads or paying for Facebook ads and you want to invest in an ad company to help you do this, this costs thousands of dollars. Thousands. I have never invested in ads for my business because of how expensive it is. It scares me to death. I don't know the techie. I don't know if I'm going through a good company or a bad company. It scares me. It's overwhelming. And with Etsy, I don't have to do it because they're doing it for me. And you can also turn off the feature. If you don't want Etsy to make offsite ads for you, you can turn that off. If you make over a certain amount of sales per month, they're gonna make it to where you can't turn it off, which is me. I am in that threshold, but I don't wanna turn it off because the money that I make from those offsite ads significantly outweighs the cost for the ads, because for me, it's only 12%. Say you sell beanies. You wanna make sure your beanie is listed at a price point to where if you get the fee attached to an offsite ad, you're still in the green. Because even if you're not making as high as profits on that sale specifically, just that one sale is going to lead to potential more sales, especially if somebody typed messy bun beanie in the search, they saw that ad and they clicked on that and then they bought it. That is going to give you extreme amounts of search engine juice for all of your other listings in your Etsy shop. It's also going to give the opportunity for another 5-star customer review. If that customer leaves you a review, that is also going to give you search engine juice to help you get more sales in all of the other listings in your shop. It is a very good thing, and a lot of people twist it and try to make it sound like, oh, Etsy's forcing me to have these wonderful, glorious offsite ads. They are a good thing, and Etsy cares very much about its sellers, or they wouldn't have a platform. They would go out of business. They would be bankrupt in the blink of an eye if the sellers left, and they know that because they are a smart business. Other things that Etsy does for its sellers specifically is commercials. I've been seeing all kinds of Etsy commercials on TV. Do you know how to get commercials for your crochet business on TV? Because I sure as heck don't, especially not at a national level, and they are doing that for us. That is what we pay with our fees and stuff, for them to go do stuff like that for us. Also, you get a very user-friendly platform. You can start your business in one day if you wanted to. It would take weeks to build your shop on Shopify if you are starting as a complete novice like I would be. I have never fooled with Shopify at all. If I tried to open a Shopify shop, it would take me weeks because it's not as user-friendly as something very click and drag like Etsy. So they built this amazing platform for their sellers. If they didn't care about their sellers, it would be much more difficult for us to start a shop on Etsy. Another thing that Etsy does specifically for its sellers is back in 2022, when Ukraine was needing funds very, very quickly, Etsy turned off the fees for Ukraine-owned businesses. They said, if you are an Etsy seller and you are in Ukraine, we are going to give you an entire month, like the month that it was like the start of their need, right? We're going to take the Etsy fees away. They did not charge them the Etsy fees for that entire month because they cared about the individuals who owned those shops and lived in the Ukraine and needed help in that moment. They did not have to do that. They didn't care about their sellers. They would not have done that. That was a very kind thing that most businesses don't do, like especially big businesses. Small businesses do stuff all the time like that because we're a little bit more down to earth than big businesses, in my own opinion. Big businesses are great too, whatever. They didn't have to do that, and they did do that because they care about their sellers. So if you have heard the myth that Etsy doesn't care about its sellers and that has scared you or prevented you from opening your Etsy shop, I would like to tell you It's not true. It does care about your sellers. It cares about their sellers very much, or they wouldn't be in business. And the third myth that I want to touch on in this video is Etsy's fees are outrageous. I don't want to have any part of it. You can't make money on Etsy because their fees are too high. That's a myth. That's not true. You don't pay fees unless you make money. The fees are a percentage of your sale. So if you don't get a sale, you don't get charged fees. The only thing that you get charged is the 20 cents to list an item. You get 3 months to sell that item before you get charged 20 cents again. But if you are a brand new shop owner and you sign up through a referral link like the one in the description down below, you will get 40 free listings. That means 40 listings, 40, where you do not have to pay the 20-cent listing fee. So it's completely free to start an Etsy shop, and you do not pay Etsy a single dime unless you start making a sale. So let's look at a product that you could sell on Etsy and actually break down the fees and get tangible numbers instead of just broad ideas for an actual crochet product. So let's say you sell crochet Claire bun beanies for $20 in your Etsy shop. Okay, originally when I recorded this breakdown, I made an error in my example, so we are gonna do it again on my computer screen this time. So in order to find a good Etsy fee calculator, I go to Google and I type in Etsy fee calculator. Previously, I've used this one, but I don't think it takes into account the Etsy fees that come out of your shipping price. So I found this one. This is gonna be the one that we use today, and I will put a link in the description below so you can check this one out as well. Okay, so when you're looking at these words down here, the transaction fee is the 6.5% that Etsy charges plus the 20-cent listing fee. So that's where they're gonna get that for the transaction fee, and then the payment fees are going to go right here. So that's what the credit card companies or PayPal will charge depending upon which method your customer uses to check out. In the United States, if they use Etsy Direct Checkout, so type in their credit card, it's going to be 3% plus an additional 25 cents. If they use PayPal, I believe it's 2.99%. So let's use this and go ahead and type out an example. So let's say our Claire bun beanie is going to be listed for $20. The shipping charge, what we charge the customers, is going to be $4.50. The shipping cost, what we have to actually pay to ship the item, is going to be $4.50. You can charge more than what you pay if that is your business model. The item cost to make the item, we're going to say it was $1.50 in yarn and 25 cents for a wooden tag to put on the outside. So we're going to go with $1.75 for yarn. You can use the taxes if you would like. Etsy does charge and remit sales taxes on the seller's behalf. We're not going to do this one. And then you choose your payment method. So you can either do Etsy Direct Checkout or PayPal. I'm going to do Direct Checkout because that is how I always check out when I shop on Etsy. So we're going to click that. And now we can see our entire breakdown of fees. Our revenue is considered $24.50 because it includes the cost of shipping there. We didn't do the taxes. The payment fee, which is the Etsy Direct, is 98 cents. The transaction fee is the 6.5% plus the 20-cent listing fee is $1.59. So total in fees, transaction fee and payment fee, we have $2.77 coming out of our beanie. Total cost is shipping plus materials plus fees. So that $902 is not just the fees, okay? That $902 is the cost of your yarn, the cost of your tag, the $277 in fees, and the $450 in shipping. Your gross profit is $15.48. That's how much you get after this sale is completed, and which gives you a profit margin of 63.18%. If you charge the customer the $4.50 for shipping, your total cost will be $4.50 less, making it a total of $4.52. So your profit is going to be much higher. I hope this helps you better understand how Etsy's fees actually work and how it could actually apply to your products. It says click here to go to Advanced Etsy Fee Calculator. Let's give that a try. Oh, okay. Advanced. Okay, let's do this one. Sell price, $20. Shipping cost, $4.50. Shipping charge. Units They just bought one. So they bought one Claire Bun beanie. One single thing. Item cost. It's going to cost us $175 for yarn plus tag. Oh, we're going to put that in the material cost. And then shipping cost is $450. And now we can say if we want to do ads. So Etsy ads or off-site ads. Let's choose off-site ads. And then you need to choose how much you make. So if you make less than $10,000, you're going to get charged 15%. If you make more than $10,000, you're going to get charged 12% for the off-site ads. So let's do this one. And this is our worst case scenario, okay? This is the worst case scenario. Most of your sales will not be through Etsy ads. It is a very small percentage of the sales you will actually get. So let's look at our analysis over here. Total fees, including the ads, so the 15% ad fee is $6.45, a little bit more than that. The cost of goods, which should be the $450 plus the $1.75, is $6.25. So total cost, if you have to pay a 15% fee, is $12.70. Your revenue's $24.50. Your profit is going to be $11.79 or $11.80. You can look at this and you could say they're taking over 50%. Well, they're not. Some of that is shipping and the cost of materials, right? We have to account for the shipping here is because the 6.5% does come out of the shipping cost too. So the $450 that you're only getting charged the 6.5% on the $450 and the 3% plus 25 cents of the payment option on the $450, but you're not actually paying the $450. You're going to charge that to your customer. So this would be significantly lower. So you would get more than this. But even if you didn't, even if you did a $20 beanie with free shipping and you paid $450 for the shipping, if that makes sense for your business model and that's how you've got it set up, you're still going to be in the green. You're still making money off of that sale. In this example, Etsy brought in this customer for you. This is $11.80 that you normally wouldn't have got. If you didn't have an Etsy shop and you didn't have Etsy ads turned on, you wouldn't have gotten this sale at all. Now you have the opportunity to send this customer an amazing product with beautiful packaging, a thoughtful handwritten thank you note, and an invitation to follow you on social media, or better than that, sign up to your email list. And then that customer could come back and shop with you again and again and again. That customer could also tell all of their friends how much they like your shop. So that one sale that was brought to you through an Etsy ad could potentially lead to many, many sales in the future. So if you've heard the myth that Etsy fees are outrageous, it's too expensive to be on Etsy, there's no point in opening an Etsy shop because you'll never be able to afford it because their fees are too high, I hope I busted that myth for you, because the fees aren't high. And you don't pay for them unless you make money from being on the platform. If you want to watch a video of all the reasons why I think every handmade business owner who has the capacity to take more sales, if you are already at your max capacity of sales and you do not want more sales and you do not have an Etsy shop, then don't open one. But if you have a handmade business and you have the capacity to take more sales, I think you should be on Etsy. And I will post the video for the 10 reasons why. It's very old, but it's very good. And I look a little different because it's very old, but all the information is exactly the same. So I will share that for you guys down below. And if you are a crochet business owner or thinking about turning your hobby into a jobby and would like to learn more about the things that you can do to build your business on a solid foundation and start marketing to your ideal customer so you can get more sales, I would like to invite you to my first ever live masterclass on February 27th. Go ahead and subscribe to my email list and you will get a notification whenever I send out more information like time slots and how to get to it and how to get on the list and all those things. That's all coming. But if you want to go ahead and save the date, it's February 27th. Sign up to my email list so you do not miss it. This is an absolutely free masterclass, and it's talking about the 5 things all businesses need to reach their ideal level of success. You're not going to want to miss this if you are thinking about opening a shop, and you're not going to want to miss this if you already have a shop and feel like it's not growing as fast as you would like for it to be, or you're not getting as many sales as you would like, or you're struggling to show up on social media. If any of those things are happening in your business right now, this masterclass is going to be for you, and I would love for you to join me. I hope you found this video helpful and it opened your eyes a little bit to the world of Etsy. There's a lot of negative Nancys out there and they are very loud and they can make you feel like this small, right? And they can make everything feel more scary and more hard and more complicated than it actually is. Take it or leave it. These are just my opinions. I hope at the very least you got some new insight today that is able to help you make some good decisions for your current season of life and your crochet business. As always, thank you so much for being here. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this one, be sure to give it a thumbs up so that I know this is the type of content you like. And if you want to make sure you do not miss a single video, I put out free crochet patterns, Etsy tips, Canva tips, all the tips here on this channel for crochet business owners. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single one of them. I'm so thankful for you. I hope you have a wonderful day, a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video.